Okay, we're coming back on, guys. And I want to finish with Colby, because actually it was a really good message for Colby. So I'm going to let some people jump back on right now. And while I'm waiting for Colbs, there's Colby. Ecstasy, I'm going to pick on you tonight too. Okay. Alrighty. Colbs, you ready? So you got the first part. Now for anybody who I read a little bit for, or for some information that you're interested in, if you need to revisit, the cool thing about these lives is I am able to save them now, and I'm up, Hype Secret Pizza Party, I am, what do you call it? I am saving them and uploading them to my YouTube channel, so I'm putting the date, so if you need to go revisit what I said to you or what I got for you, you're going to be able to do that and go back to it. And Colby, that's usually how it happens. Usually you get the message exactly when you need it. So that's why for people who get frustrated, if you don't get read when you get on, like I said, I ain't being mean. I love you. It just wasn't your time yet. You get the information and things that are done at the time that you're going to utilize them most. Okay? And yeah, I love that I can save them now too, because that Pluto retrograde is huge. There's a lot of information about what you guys are supposed to be doing over the next 6 months. Even the full moon live we did. So it's totally worth you guys going and checking it out. So Colbs, we did the first part of your reading. So you have to visualize the healing that you need, because you're the only one that can fix yourself. Because it doesn't matter what anybody else says to you, because you don't think they're telling the truth anyway. For you, it's not something that's real. So you have to understand that what they are saying, you don't have anybody in your life that's trying to harm you or steal your power. You're actually very much loved and adored, and you have to tap into that energy. And a lot of people are looking to you right now. But so you have to visualize your healing. You know, you have to visualize your healing and be the one to do it. So that's why you have to start exploring the other realms and doing the things that make you feel better, that make your body tingle spiritually, you know, really spiritually, and hit you deep to your core and just make you tingle all over. All right, sweetie. So the whole point is now it's your time right now. You don't have a choice. Take action. And you do have a choice, but you would be really silly because you're actually in pretty good energy right now. And you can I know you're getting emotional, but that's how you know I'm tapping into you. You know, if you're getting emotional and what I'm saying to you, it's really hitting home with you, and it's something that you really needed to hear. So yeah, it's very important. Like I said, there's a lot of people out there. This message may specifically be for Colbs, but if you're on the same live, a lot of your energy draws each other, so it may resonate with you. So you're supposed to take action, and you're supposed to truly start living your life again, and really standing on your own. Really stand up on your own and being good with yourself, and return from the underworld and start re-engaging in your life again. Because you've been feeling in such a way where you actually step back and don't go to certain events or certain things because of how you feel about yourself. Or because of anxiety. So you're missing so much of your life, and you can't get that time back again. Okay? So it's time for you to explore under realms. Visualize healing. You're the only one that can do it. Start taking action and return from life and engage in your life. Get up your ass and get moving. You know? Go find you happy, man. You deserve it. You've worked a lot. You've worked very hard for a very long time. And you are very deeply loved. So you have to start realizing that. So clear the fog. Clear the fog, basically, is the best way I could tell you. Ecstasy, are you still on here? And then maybe I'll take off my Ondarian crystal and we'll do some past life stuff. See, look, I'm trying to do more readings, but you guys see how these readings go when I start tapping into people? how much time it does take, so how hard it would be for me to read everybody. So everybody gets a little piece of me at different times. And then, just hook up with me and I'll take care, you'll have your one-on-one with me and we'll do a session together and really get down to the nitty-gritty so I can work with you and tell you exactly what's really meant for you. But like, this is something that Colby really needed today. So I actually got the message from her because I felt the energy coming in. And I wasn't going to give that message to just that. I knew it was her message. So when she jumped on, remember I kept on saying, I'm waiting for the person this message is for. I know they're jumping on. I know they're jumping on. So, what do you call it? And then when you come on, and it was something that she really needed right now, because she was at a certain point in her life and she had been struggling and done, was moving forward. So this was her message today. Because so sometimes the people, when you're getting read and Spirit has something, is because it's specifically something that you need to hear because of where you're at in your life, or if you're at a time of crisis. And a lot of you people are asking, and I'm not saying you people in a bad way, a lot of you amazing individuals, let's go. A lot of you ask questions over and over again that you already know the answer to. So a lot of times I'll look and I won't even address it. And sometimes I'll address it and say, you already know the answer. Why are you asking me? Because you already have made a decision, but you're too afraid to step forward and move on with that decision. Do not tout what's best for you. Jacqueline, go to Chicago. Go find you happy. Are you on here? Go find your happy. It's a good idea. It's a good move. Things will change. And move preferably in the warmer weather versus in the cold weather, because Chicago gets cold. That means you need a soul retrieval, melanin. Right, Kane? Kane, what did the soul retrieval do for you? Kane can attest to this right now, man. Melanin said she needs to let go of childhood trauma, that's her main problem. Good, Jacqueline. I'm glad you heard me. Wow, okay. Oh, look, Mossy's in Chicago too. But that's me coming out. I didn't start with you, Ecstasy, yet, so you're good. But that's me coming out straight and saying, listen, cut the shit. You already knew the answer of what you needed to do. You're looking from that change. You know you have to make the change in your life. Stop being afraid. You will be okay. And you have your baby. Be fearless. Be fearless from the both of you. Okay? And love yourself. But Kane actually went back and had a conversation with his youngest self, which was really cool. I was very blessed and honored to be able to be a part of that soul retrieval too. No, I understand that completely, but that's what soul retrieval does. It heals current lifetime. But that's the one where you feel it, you really feel it. You really feel it, you really get emotional, because a lot of stuff, you're welcome. But Jacqueline, you already knew that, didn't you? But I guess I just gave you, it's okay. It's the right move. You're good to do that. Sometimes I have to make you guys come up with the answers yourself, and then sometimes I got to call you out and say, yo, just do it. Stop being so damn chicken shit. You're strong enough. Please. And you're good enough. Okay, next to C. See, so why did you ask me the question if you already knew the damn answer? Come on. If you're going to ask me a question, now that's what you work on. You start making the plan. Remember I said you just start doing certain things. You got to make the plan. Yeah, the soul retrieval was a lot, but very beneficial. Oh God, it should have made so many things change. You're good, but I knew you were in the space where I could call you out in front of everybody, and everybody on this live is so supportive, so you have family here that are going to back you up. So you make a move and you get scared or you get struggled, and look, you got Mossy there, and Mossy's going to buy a house that has property, and it's going to be great. And then maybe she'll be able to, I can teach her how to do full moon ceremonies, and she can do full moon ceremonies. Or I can send you the full moon ceremonies that I do with people in person, and you can do them there. So I can send you what I'm doing. But yes. Thank you so much, Ash. Okay, so, ecstasy. It's all on you. You're not going to get away from it. It's your job. It's who you are. Okay? And Mossy can connect you to a lot of different avenues, especially with what she does for a living. So if it's with work or anything like that, even the best places to stay, she's your chick, and she's right there. And she needs a project too. She does need a project. Let's not get it twisted. You need a project, Mossy. Although I am impressed with the backbends you're doing online. Absolutely. And she's dancing now. And dancing is one of the most amazing ways to set yourself free. But anyway, ecstasy. Whether you like it or not, it's on you. Okay? You're the only one that can do this. Unfortunately, in your life, you're the only one that everybody looks to, and I know you get tired. I know you do. And I know it's hard. But whether you like it or not, you are the only one that can bring peace to troubled waters. You are the only one that can find the balance and bring the balance into your life and into the lives of the people around you. It's kind of like your job. It's who you are. And you just got to accept it and come to terms with it and deal with it. And, I mean, you know, when it comes down to it, I'd rather be the one making the rules and bringing the balance and being in control of that, and then being the one that has to follow everything. Okay, so you are the shepherd. You're not the sheep. Okay, so you need to be, my nose is itchy. So you need to be the one who really sets the course. And you have to be okay with it and understand that's who you are and what your job is. Come to terms with it, and then you have to rise above. You have to do what needs to be done. So in saying that, with everything that's going on, you need to keep the vigil. Justice will triumph. Okay? So step up, get it done, take control and power, own up to what your job is in life and who you are. Okay? And you can do this. You're the one who's going to bring the peace. You're the one that's the center between opposite sides. You even have to fight yourself a little bit, I get, but you know the truth. And be that person, and justice will triumph, will prevail. Okay? And once you make the decision, it's not going to be that hard to set its course. But you do need to purify your surroundings. You need to declutter. You need to cut off some of the dead weight in your life, the people that are not serving any purpose, that cause you more harm than good. Don't got to be mean about it, but you don't have to constantly deal with it. You can find your way and do it in the way that's going to make you feel better and not feel guilty about it. And honestly, when everything is said and done with what's going on with this quarantine, or if you have the opportunity now, you're going to have to take a break. It's okay for you to take a break and say, I got to go and take a breath. Because sometimes we got to go and take a break and take a breath to be able to set ourselves to come back and battle. Because we're humans. Our life is up and down. We go to battle. Every last human being is a warrior, you know. And you have to engage that part of you. But sometimes you're going to have to run away for a little bit. You know, you're going to have to go and center yourself. It's okay to take a break. Don't feel bad about it. You're meant to do it. You will find a way so that you can come back and stand up and do exactly what it is you need to do. But you do have to cut off that dead weight. You do have to get rid of it. Because if you follow your heart, it's time for you to follow your heart. Everything's going to come together within your heart, and spiritually and relationship-wise, you're going to get the fulfillment that you're looking for. And then it's all going to make sense to you, and then everything is going to matter again. But you're the only one that can do it. And you have to take control. Does that make sense to you, Ecstasy? That's what I had for you. What do you think? Okay. Yellow Wolf. Oh, Yellow Wolf, I gotta send you. My son just dropped a new song. He was very frustrated because he doesn't like auto-tuning, or what that thing that they do. I guess It does. If you sit and think about it, it'll make a little bit more sense. Sometimes you got to sit back and really think, and then you understand. Because there's so many other things that are going on. Oh, I saw the picture. It was very good. I loved it. I loved it. But because he likes singing, because he's got an amazing voice, but everybody likes that tinny sound, I guess. But he dropped a new song. It's actually going to be up on all the platforms, I think the beginning of June. So I'll send it to you for you to listen to, because he did his own producing of it. And it's interesting. And once he did it really, I'm in a place, I actually go somewhere now so the video doesn't pause. I actually get up and leave my sanctuary for you guys. So I'm hoping that, Heather, is the blue water? It's a combination of both. See, that's where you're losing it. Everything in your life is connected with your spiritual path and knowing the truth, and then coming to terms with the stuff at work. So the two are connected. Because sometimes your spiritual path can lead you in a completely different direction of what you do for a living, and that's when you have to find your balance. That time I paused, hot damn, but I didn't say anything else. So that's where you have the number 6, where we're perfectly impertinent, we have off balance, and then you start coming to it, and then our wants and needs become the same thing. That's the number 3 when I say on the path to the 3. Okay, so it's actually going to be saved what I said about my son, because it should save on this end. But just about his music, so I'm going to send it to you since you do produce music, so you can listen to what the kid's doing. Not my kind of music, but he's extremely talented, and I know enough to know when somebody is talented. And your picture, how is it cutting off? Hey, Sonny, I loved it. I thought it was a beautiful picture, and it was all about wishes. That's what that picture was about, all about wishes. You started painting, you started tapping into that full moon energy that I wanted you to. Good night. I wonder why it must be your internet on that side, because on here I have all the bars and I have full internet as well with data, so everything's connected. So I just think it's everybody's home using their internet now, because everybody's still stuck inside. Okay. And Ash, you have to stop being so afraid that your life isn't going to happen. You're starting to break free from fear, but you really are afraid that your life isn't going to happen, and that you're just going to get old and you're not going to be able to do anything. That isn't accurate. Stop telling yourself a lie. It was a gorgeous painting. You're very talented. I will send it to you. I will. He's a good kid too. He really is. My son is actually extremely talented. He can dance like nobody's business. Like all that, pupping, tutting, waving, this and that. He's an amazing dancer. And he is a lyricist, and he raps, and he can sing, and he produces his own music and beats, which is really cool. And he's got an amazing personality, and he's a hard worker. He's a good kid. I'm very blessed that the majority of my children are very artistic. We are an artsy family, but go look, their mother's a gypsy. So if you walk into my house when he does have a SoundCloud, but he's decided that SoundCloud doesn't give him exactly what he needs. So he's like going on Spotify and all that other crap now. But I will send you the link to his SoundCloud. And there's actually a very specific song. And if you like him, this might be something you might be able to work on him with. I absolutely love this song that he wrote, and he wrote it for somebody else, a situation they were going through, and he was working on it. And first time I was in LA, we came to see my other son, because he's an actor. He was in the musical Friends that was on tour, but I came to see him here before I moved here. And what was I going to say? Yeah, he has it. And he started just ad-libbing, and he was working on this song, and it made me have chills, the story that he was telling. And I said, that is it. That is the song. And it's driving me nuts, because he hasn't laid it down yet, because he's waiting for the right time to lay it down, I guess, because he really believes what I'm saying, which is the truth. But I am dying for him to lay this song down. The other songs he's doing are amazing, and the last one he did, everybody evidently loves. But yeah, this one song is really good. So, oh, Heather, I was going to ask you, are the waves still blue? Because they opened up San Clemente, the state beach by me. I can actually go down and look at it. Are they still blue? Or is it gone now? Do you know? Anybody in South California? Because I want to go see the blue waves, and if it is, I'll try to go live and show everybody later. But it's really cool. They have luminescent blue waves, and I live at a surfing hostel, and the surfers last week, they were Saturday Night Cool. The surfers last week were sneaking on the beaches, and they were going surfing at night during the blue waves, which is amazing. And I haven't had a chance to go down and look at it. Oh yeah, this is totally dancey. This is totally your thing. This is totally your thing, what he did. Because he can combine the both, and he can sing too. So I'm trying to explain to him, because he can sing and dance. He can do it all. It's not like he has to have this and that. He can sing, he can dance, he can rap, he writes. So he just needs somebody that he's able to really work with. I know he was talking to some guy over at Sony that are supposed to come and look at him. But the whole COVID thing happened. So he's really at the beginning stages, and it's what he's meant to do, truthfully. Hey, Nadia. Oh, you're welcome, of course. Well, you needed that little message. Hey, Nadia, you're supposed to be standing your ground. You're supposed to be finding and holding your own power, and I'm going to add finding and activating your own power. Specifically for you, find and hold your own power. Actually, she's amazing. She's amazing. It was very, I actually love it. I should actually save it and post it, Ash. I might post your picture that you tapped into the Scorpio full moon, and you let some of your creativity out, because that's a perfect example. No, absolutely, I know that. He's very cautious. I've taught him that lesson. And the coolest thing is when we were here, we went to the Golden Gate Bridge and walked the bridge. And that's the first time he actually was able to feel energy and know the difference between sinister energy and bad energy. And he was able to pinpoint exactly where it was coming from. So that was like a one proud metaphysical, oracle, mystical, psychic mama moment kind of thing. You know, because I see dead people, I deal with them, I talk to spirits on the other side. My other son, Joey, he walks the veil. You know, he deals with all of it. My other daughter, she's, you know, yep, that was the thing. So it made me happy because of the business that he's in, or trying to get into. He can sense the people to stay away from and the people he should be near. Like if that buzzer goes off, then, Barbara, how are you? So it's really, really important. But to add on to your thing, Nadia, I think it was Nadia, let me make sure that's who I was talking to. I'm getting that you're supposed to be standing and holding your own power. And you really have to, you got, I guess, what they call some hungry ghosts that attach to you, and you hold on to them. Some things that just kind of keep creeping up on you and make it kind of difficult for you. And you need to, very good, I'm glad. You need to consciously release those attachments and get rid of them. And you know what? Writing is one of the ways that could help you with that. It's a good outlet for that. But yeah, so any obsessions and hungry ghosts that haunt you, it's time for you to find a way to purge yourself of them and get rid of them. So either then fermenting, okay, although fermenting is very healthy, by the way. There she is, there's my Joe. She's got some big stuff coming up, guys, just so you know. I ain't letting the cat out of the bag yet. But she's got some big things happening, some big amazing things that she's doing and she's moving forward with, and I'm so excited for her, and I'm so proud of the work that she's done. Because I've been blessed enough to work with her for months since last year, and she's really come so far, which is huge. Yep. And the thing but you can consciously start doing things on your own. And the greatest thing is this is like a form of therapy, which is great. But you want to be careful. You want to find a therapist that is open-minded to your thoughts and your beliefs. And you'll be able to find the one that best suits you. In fact, I'm going to be on a podcast. I have to get the name of it, of somebody who she asked me to be on, that she's a therapist, but she deals with regular therapists, occupational therapists, and all that other fun stuff. So it's actually going to be really cool. All right, where's yellow? I need to get rid of the ghost in my bathroom. That made me smile. Do you really want to? Your writing will help huge. Remember I said you have to start engaging your passion and release that. That's you're basically your sex center. Release the sacral chakra. Let me explain something to you. Yellow Wolf isn't scared of anything. Well, he has certain fears, but the little old ghost ain't going to do nothing to him that's going to even cause him any issues. At all. Yeah, I'll post when that airs. Absolutely. I'm doing that, and I'm going to do a fun show with Jim Lanahan and friends. He's a producer and all that other fun stuff from LA. And he works actually with Right Angle Management, and he actually started his own thing where on Monday and Wednesdays he talks to different people. A lot of them are going to be entertainers. And just wants you to talk to it. Just have a conversation with the Yellow Wolf. That's all. Just tell him, you know, I'm there. Do what I do when I see one of the spirits come up when I'm busy. Like when I was going to sleep that night, I said, sit your ass back down. We can deal with whatever you need tomorrow. And it sat his ass back down. But I'm going to be on his show Wednesday the 27th. And it's just, he asks 10 questions and we answer the questions and get into a discussion. Yes, cheeky ghosts. There's some ghosts that just want to know that they're seen. They just want you to pay attention to them. Even ghosts need some love. It's the truth. Night, Ash. Love you. But yeah, as you guys start doing things and expanding and growing. No, it's residual. It's something that's actually came with. You inherited it in the place that you live. It's not attached to you. I think that's why it's trying to get you attention. Because if it was attached to you, you'd know it. So that's a good thing. That I do know. It's not, it came with. It came with. Oh, Daryl Ann, I was going to finish with you. Herbs. You're fermenting, which is huge. And I think when I start doing the lives on eating and all that other fun stuff, because believe it or not, besides physically, it also affects you spiritually, what you consume. Eating fermented stuff is actually very good for you. But you start moving your direction towards herbs and working with herbs. Because scents really resonate with you. Write it. Absolutely. If that's what you feel, write it. That's what happened when I was in that house in Lawrence Harbor. And there was that ghost, that 16-year-old pregnant girl that was murdered named Emily. Write the story. Yep, it makes a huge difference. And Daryl Ann, so that's a gift. Okay? That is a gift. And that is a business. So start doing things. You and I are going to have a little conversation in reference to that. You love your oils, start working with your herbs. It's important. It's connected directly, herbs, and knowing their medicinal qualities. I'm going to have to do a live on that too. Hello. There's just so many things to cover and never enough time. What did Lucy say? But that's a whole business that you're not tapping into, Daryl Ann, just so you know. What did Lucy say? What did I miss? I'm looking. Hold on. Am I just not seeing it, Luce? What did Lucy say that you said, yay, Lucy? What did Lucy do? Yeah, but now you have to remember, don't look away. I know she scared you, don't look away. And I know what that meant, don't worry. Oh, do you want to know? I have to post it, what kind of mom I am. It's so funny because my son Dominic, he's the really dramatic one, my actor. And this COVID thing and everything's really affecting him for a lot of different reasons. Oh, okay. You guys need to follow Lucy too. Does a show. In fact, his show I think starts just as my thing will end. So you guys will have something else to do when I'm done. So yesterday on Mother's Day, I found out like what Foxtrot Charlie means. Like it's actually an alphabet, a language that we all know that when people are flying or in the military use, but like all different curse words or curse sayings. You know what I'm saying? And I needed to make my son laugh. So I turned around and I said that I was going to be, mom's job is to educate their children. And it's so funny because, and I said, and this is a form of your education. I'm going to teach you how to say certain phrases that you may want to say to somebody, and then you'll still be polite because unless they teach, you know, they speak military language or pilot language, they're not going to know what the hell you're saying. And I sent him and I'm going to post the things because it was funny. I sent him what the things were. I didn't memorize them, so, you know, I can't redo it now, but it was so funny. I'll post it. And he said, Mom, I did 2 of them. And he goes, Mom, are you drunk? I go, no, I'm completely sober. I'm just trying to educate you. I thought it was really cool because I had no idea how many curse words that they actually say or phrases when they're telling people like, shut the fuck up or get out of here, motherfucker. Or there was actually one that the translation that I finished with, and I said, and let's just finish with this one. And I can't remember what the saying was, but it meant weak dick. And I laughed my ass off. And my son, he's 27 years old, and he laughed so hard. I said, it's my job to educate you as a good mom. Yeah, Echo Lima Golf. Yeah, but now those actually mean something. The word, and I can't remember, Wixie Fatra, that is actually part of a curse word, by the way. I have to show you. So what does Echo Lima Golf mean? So I'm going to have to look it in the alphabet I was looking at. Whiskey Foxtrot Tango. It's so funny what it meant. There's actually a language, you can look it up online. I discovered this language yesterday. I was like, holy crap. And I laughed because, you know, I'm a little bit twisted. I'm a little bit sick. But I thought it was so interesting. So whether it's the truth or something somebody came up with, who the hell knows? But you know what? It's always good to be able to speak in other languages. And to know choice words when you need them. Different uses sometimes. Hey, Michaela, how you doing, sweetie pie? Keep doing your work. You're going to be free soon. Don't you worry. You will be free soon, I promise you. This was a good one tonight, guys. We did more readings with people tonight. But that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing because, you know, I'm taking, you know, I talked to somebody I did a session with today, and I did explain why everybody doesn't get read because it's a little impossible for me to do that. So let's do a little bit. Oh, I'm old. Your son is 27. I keep looking at you and how old you were when I had him. I actually have 5 children. I actually have 7. I'm lying. 5 in earth and 2 in heaven. I have a 27-year-old. His name is Dominic. He is a professional actor. He does theater and it does some like internet and working on TV and film and all that other stuff. But right now he's been focusing the majority of his career on theater. So he tours all over the place. That's my Dominic. My next son is Joey. He is actually highly functioning autistic. He is going to be 23 tomorrow. He's actually an amazing writer. That's his gift. You have to go. You have to start living your life again, Ari. Highly functioning autistic, and when they have their passion, it's their passion. He's absolutely brilliant. But he also is highly gifted, like me. He does walk both sides of the veil. He doesn't like that fact, but he does. And then, what was I going to say? That's my Joey. So he's a writer. He writes just like Stephen King. You start reading his work and automatically it's like, boom, you're there. It's amazing. And then I have my son Parker, who is 21 years old, and he's actually my dancer, my musician, my lyricist, my rock, my rapper, all that other fun stuff. He doesn't like it because what he deals with when he walks back and forth from the veil, he actually, if you guys have ever heard the 4 horsemen, he's had direct conversations with very specific entities and forces on the other side, and he doesn't like it. And I think I told last week the story of what happened when I realized he was gifted and what happened to him. He was like, hell with this. As he's getting older, he's getting more open to it. He uses his gifts if it's in reference to keeping his family safe, but he doesn't do like I do. Okay, cool. Whenever you're ready, I'm here, Yellow Wolf. But that's my son Parker, so I have an artist. My daughter Alexis, she is just a doll baby. She does suffer from amplified pain syndrome and severe fibromyalgia, and got it very young. They were very surprised. She is 18, and she's actually an amazing actress, and she writes songs, but when she was going through a whole bunch of shit, she's like, I'm just good living my life. So she writes her own music and sings and kind of does all that stuff for herself. And then I have my Gracie, and you guys have all seen my Gracie. And my kids, a lot of them play piano and guitar by ear. So, I'm really lucky. They're all up, but I think Gracie might be the only one that ever has a real job. The rest of them are a bunch of entertainers and stuff like that. Joey will have a real job too, I think. Not that being a musician isn't a real job, but, one where, she has a solid income. Because fibromyalgia is it's real, and it does affect everything. And you just have to get to a point, Lexi is a healer. She is the healing side of the gifts. Like, I'm a healer, and I do, I'm a medium and all that other stuff like Joey. So I am all of that. And I have one that's more of a healer and one that walks the other side. So, yeah. But that's a little bit about my babies. But they're all brilliant and beautiful and completely individual. So let me tell you something. Holy shit. My oldest, he likes to lecture me too. He's very good at that because his mom's a little crazy. But that's okay. I'm a good kind of crazy. But I'm the one he comes to when he needs somebody to put him straight. Absolutely. Okay, let me take off my Ondarian, because I do want to go look at the waves tonight, so we're getting ready to go. You guys all know that this is it's an opalite with turquoise in it. I did make this, and then here is an Ondarian. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Yellow Wolf. Yeah, he walks both sides of the veil. I walk the other side of the veil, but I do it because that's my work. And if I don't do my work, it's not good what happens. He actually has a choice. And as he gets older, he's getting more comfortable with it and doing the work. But yeah, because it's a lot of responsibility when you walk the other side of the veil. It's a lot of responsibility, and it can be really, really scary because you put yourself in danger, especially when you're helping people. Okay? My Ondarian crystal, I'm going to use this because I couldn't find my little black tourmaline today. So we're going to use, remember, you can use a necklace as a pendulum as well. I know. It's my Ondarian. This is a purple one. I love it. So much energy. It's connected to the Ondarians. And then it is actually wrapped in copper because copper is grounding. So a lot of the stuff I do have copper with it because it's a grounding element. And it is an element. And a metal, which most people don't believe. Okay, let me see. Hey, Martini. Yep, it's one of the ones you would like. Absolutely. Thank you. Okay. Gotta find who it is, and I'm gonna let you guys call it out. I'm waiting for the person because they actually need to know. We're doing Little Gomez, you need to stop kicking and screaming. Not that. Hold on, I'm waiting. You know I have to wait because I'm not going to do... Big Secret Pizza Party. Did I ever do your lifetimes? Ooh, I got yours too, Mona Lisa. Did I ever do yours, Big Secret Pizza Party? Mona Lisa, I'm going to pick on you. Bren, I'll do you too, because you're new too. So I'll do the 3 lifetimes here. Big Secret Pizza Party. Have I ever done your lifetimes? All right. Anybody who's been on here for a while, I want you to look at Big Secret Pizza Party. Feel the energy, because you can feel the energy, and you're able to read somebody's energy even through this. How many lifetimes do you think that Big Secret Pizza Party's been here? This is actually interesting. Boom, boom, boom. 3 in a row. I got an 11. You're welcome, Ecstasy. Big Secret Party, how many lifetimes do you think you've been here? Cheyenne, my love, I miss you, pretty girl. And I miss your mother too, huge. Tell her I said hello and give her a huge hug for me. Cheyenne is actually an amazing, she does hair and she does amazing color. She's from New Jersey. And are you doing makeup now too? Are you doing, Cheyenne, are you doing special effects makeup too? And her mother is actually has an amazing business for parties and stuff with balloons and stuff like that. She's an amazing artist. But the funniest thing is her mom is also, we had to have her face up with the fact that she has gifts too. She's my little Wiccan. I said, you need to handle the fact that you are, which is funny. You could tell your mom that I called her out on here. You know, if she started tapping into it, yeah, I knew you did special effects, but she does really cool special effects makeup. Anybody for Jersey, you have to hook up with Cheyenne. And she's absolutely precious too. And she also has certain gifts. Yeah, she's really cool. Cheyenne's awesome. Big Secret Party. All right, so I'm calling it. Nobody got it. Cheyenne, how many lifetimes do you think Big Secret Pizza Party's been here? First number that pops into your head. See if Cheyenne's going to say it. She may not. No. No, not 5. All right. 17. I'm calling 17. Show us what you do when you say yes. And I'll put my hand down. I want you guys, you actually can't see. I'm not moving my hand. Show me what you do when you say yes. Show me what you do when you say no. Show me what you do when you're thinking. Now show off a little bit so they know that it's all you and has nothing to do with me. So call it out next time. If you hear it in your head, speak it. All right. How many lifetimes has Big Secret Pizza Party been here? Remember, I called 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and then it goes back and forth. So also, you have an obsession, Big Secret Party, with fire. You're obsessed with it. And the wax of candles. Because I got that you kind of had this obsession, this connection with fire, and you're obsessed with candle wax. You like to play with it. Yes? It's a past lifetime thing, just so you know. It's a past lifetime thing. All right, so who was the next person that came up? It was Moni. All right, we're going to do Moni. Lifetimes for Moni, because she's new too. So I'm going to pick on some new people. My son Joey's obsessed with candle wax because he has a thing with fire too, and it's a past life thing for him too. And it drives me nuts because I make candles, or I go and get candles, and he plays with the friggin' wax. And I'm like, stop screwing up my candles. Were you a pyromaniac? No, but you used to work with fire. In fact, the funniest thing is you want me to tell you what you did? Candle wax was a different thing, had nothing to do with this lifetime. You also have a thing with shiny metal, don't you? You're drawn to it. I'm listening, or I'm looking. Yes, it's because in your past lifetimes in the 1500s, you were a blacksmith. You were a male and you were a blacksmith, so that's why you have a real thing with like blades and the length of something. And being able to look at something, you can see the beauty, and you can actually you can actually feel the energy and almost like spirit in metal. So you were a blacksmith, just so you know. So look, I gave you a past life thing too. Candle wax is a different thing. That's a different thing. But does that make a little bit of sense to you now? Some of the things that you deal with? Okay, so who was I doing? Moni, I was doing lack. Everybody, Moni, say hi again so they can all see who you are. Because I want people to tap into your energy, because it's all about you guys learning as well. Cheyenne, I want to get your mother to come out and visit me because I'm right across the street from the beach now, but your mom said she's never visiting California. So there's Moni. Now Moni. Everybody tap into her energy. Tell your mom to too, Cheyenne. I miss her so much. Like Cheyenne's mom, she's like my sister from another, you know, she's like my sister. I adore her. She's like one of my best friends. And we've been through many lifetimes together, but didn't meet that long ago. And it was like an instant connection. And I absolutely adore her. You have no idea. All right, so I got a 7, I got a 4, I got an 8. You guys are off tonight. I got a 6 or a 7. Look at you like throwing it out there. You're welcome, Big Secret Pizza Party. Absolutely, you're welcome. 11. And Nadia, you're going to be okay, just so you know. Tambourine says 10. Jacqueline, 12 or 13. Look at this. Ooh, Yellow Wolf, you're close. Got a 13. All right, so Moni, how many lifetimes do you think you've been here? Oh, wow. You have been around a long time, and some of your lives you've lived a very long time, and you struggle with some things. You have a lot of things that haunt you that you dream about, don't you? That are ancient things. Ancient things. Brenna, I'll do you next time, okay? And how many lifetimes you got? You're welcome, sweetheart. And you have a hard time with religion too, don't you? And you're one of those people I have to tell because it's going to help you make sense and come to terms with things. You have some issues with religion? Or I'm going to tell you why. And you get really angry. At times you suffer like some anger and resentment towards things. And you've carried them into all of your past lifetimes because of what happened to you. How many lifetimes do you think you've been here? 19 you said? All right. You live long lifetimes. So you had lapses in between. Let's just put it that way. Okay? And you are of the earth, just so you know, because there's different people. We come from different dimensions and things like that. You are of the earth. And some of the existences you had, you suffered your existence. You're going to be okay. So let me put it that way. But it's going to make you understand why you go through some of the things that you go through. Whole point of a past life regression is to be able to go back and look at different lifetimes and see what may be blocking you in this lifetime. But you have to let go of it. Okay? Because you have to understand when we go back to this time that I'm going to bring you back to, it was a time where people were struggling for power. People were going, crossing in between worshiping gods and goddesses to moving to worshiping one deity kind of thing. People being told they were wrong for their beliefs. So everybody has a different faith process. But this was at a time of great turmoil in human history. In a time where people's... people were, their consciences got the best of them. Okay, and the problem is what happened to you, you suffered something and you were innocent. Okay, so that's why you really get pissed off, and that's what really affects you. Okay, so you've been here, like I said, you've been here a long time. You're pretty ancient. The majority of your lives are pretty long. This lifetime I saw specifically, and it was interesting. So I kind of knew once I decided to do your lifetimes that I had to tap into it, like they automatically gave it to me. So I guess you're struggling with some things now that will help you deal with it. No, she's not a witch. Way further than back than that. She's not a Salem witch. And she's not a witch at all. Okay, how many? They thought she was a thief and she wasn't. That's number one, I'll tell you that, okay? She's going to be fine, Joe. You know that. You had to go back to your past life to figure out your future, remember? That's what it did. That's what the past life regression did. All right, she's been here 15 lifetimes. I call 15. Let's see what my pretty little pendulum is going to say, which is really my necklace. All right, how many lifetimes has Modi been here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, I'm going to give you this, and I want you to listen, and I want you to process, and it's why you have a problem with religion. You were born in a time when people's faith process were training. You had the Jewish people, you had the Christians starting to rise up, and you had the Romans that were still worshiping gods, but some of them were converting to Christianity, okay? And they basically, people were put to death over the stupidest things, and your family was hungry. They were hungry. And they accused you of stealing. Okay, and I get it that whatever it was over an argument over, which is really stupid, over like bread. But, you were just trying to take care of your family, and it wasn't a theft in the way somebody would think, like you were thieving. So it wasn't, you weren't doing anybody harm. So let's just put it that way. So I know that could be gray ground for some people. But, so what happened is, and you feel very interesting when you see a cross, don't you? And I'm leading up to this so that I'm just not throwing something out there. The cross makes you feel a certain kind of way, doesn't it? I have to wait for your answer. See, this is why sometimes when we do this on it makes it run off. Yeah. The reason you have a little bit of fear related to the cross and a little bit of anger. And you feel like there's some people that are very, a lot of hypocrisy, a lot of pain when you're dealing with it. It's because, love, you were crucified at the cross. And I'm not saying you were Jesus, but back in that time of day, back at the ancient Romans, back in that time when there was all the uprising and everything that was going on, okay, a lot of the way that people were put to death was through crucifixion. But you have to remember, Jesus is the one that brought it to life, and it ended up being a symbolism of Christianity and what he died for, all of our sins, because, everything that happened with that. So it has nothing to do with that, but it has to do as you lived in that lifetime and you were crucified, you were put to death on the cross for the simplest thing, that your family was hungry and all you were doing was trying to feed. And the funniest thing is it was over bread, but it was over a time where everybody was wrong for everything. And they just kind of just did that to people. And a lot of times it wasn't for the best of reasons, but it was more people are politically based and vindictive and things like that. So that's why you have a problem. So, but don't be sorry. It already happened. It already happened. But she suffers some issues now in her current lifetime with that, and never quite understood why, and always looking for answers, and then it causes other issues in her life. So now that you know you're not experiencing it again, because when you do a past life regression, if you go back and you look at it, you don't feel the pain, but you see it unfolding before you, so you understand what happened, and that helps release some blocks in this lifetime. So you're aware of the situation that happened to you, and it all resonated with you, because I made sure to ask you questions before I just threw it out there. You know, because to me, it's more important that you do a past life regression and you experience it yourself, because you guys know I do not like planting seeds at all. Because if you're going to go through a past life regression, I want you to experience it for yourself. And I go through it with you. I go there with you. So you got me to have your back. But she's dealing with some things in her life right now, and some things that have kept her, and let's use the word trapped, that evidently Spirit thought it was necessary for her to use that. Because not only did I do your past life, because usually I play around, do people's how many numbers of lives and throw a little bit of stuff around. But with you, it was very, very important that you understood that. And that's why you've made a lot of decisions. Now, looking on it, you need to look at it, face it, and let go of it. That does not hold you prisoner in this lifetime. So that's how we kind of break free of something, set ourselves free, so that we have a right to choose to believe and worship what we know is the truth to ourselves. Because everybody has their individual truths and what they worship. Really, it's all the same damn thing. Just so you all know. Okay? So I love you guys all to death, but I really do want to try and go see if I can see the blue waves, because to me that would be amazing, because it's going to look, it looks a lot like my crystal does in the light. So I am saving these lives. They're going to be 24 hours on here, then they're going to be up on my YouTube channel, which is under Elena Servidio. So you guys can follow that. As soon as we get 1,000 viewers, I can go live on my phone. I don't have a computer, so I can't do lives on Instagram if I don't have a computer until I have over 1,000 followers there. If you're interested in booking a session, doing a guided meditation, doing a past life regression, setting up goals like we did tonight with Joe for her career and where she's going with that, do career path, soul retrieval, whatever it is. If you guys are looking for crystals, you know, all you have to do is direct message me, and I will get back to you. Or you can go up to my website at www.oneheartonespirit.com. And I love you to death, and I am looking forward to working with you. Okay? But you guys have a great evening. We've been on for 2 hours, so it's time for me to go. But you guys have an amazing night, okay? I will absolutely send you my son's music, and you can hook up and talk with him, because he's a good kid. I like to share my children with the world. I truly believe the only reason God put me on this planet was to have my babies. I mean, I'm helping everybody else because I'm gifted, but my biggest thing was to give the world them. And like I said, I did have 5 babies, but I did miscarry 2. I miscarried 2 little boys, one at 6.5 months pregnant, and his name was Mason Carter. And then I lost one at a little over 3 months, and his name was John Michael, because I already named them before. So they do exist. They're very much spiritual beings and connected to me. Just they were needed up there more than they were needed down here. So they count too. So I have 7 babies, 5 on the earth and 2 in heaven. So thank you so much, and happy Mother's Day to everybody else. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay, bye.